Hey, what's up? We are live. Talking about the worst characters of all time. Movie characters. What's up, Leland?
Yeah, it's it's not a list we created. Just came across it online, but I found it like pretty interesting to where like I don't know, it just made me think of like so many other people too that I
Yeah, this is a list from The Best Show with Todd Sharpling.
I don't know if we would even credit them. I don't know what that
I
account's
mean, I'm
for.
gonna credit. They made the image. The image is
They
good.
could be saying like crazy shit. We have
Yeah,
no
no.
affiliation with this person. We just came across it. They could
A-
be like a psycho posting
And someone in the chat
insane shit.
said, "Worst movie characters. Check out Mickey Rooney and Breakfast at Tiffany's." I know it's a racist character. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
but he's
the
an
worst
asshole
character.
too.
Yeah,
No,
I've not seen that
he's like a
movie.
complete asshole also, but they definitely used, whiteface and, they used, I saw, like, I think in an interview, they used, like, Scotch tape and
Oh God.
put his, eyes up. Yeah, I know, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I got their image here. It's an interesting list. Some I don't know if I like the
Mrs.
order.
Doubtfire, like, immediately stands out to me, like, I fucking love that character.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I have no problem with even like the
Well,
character when
I
she's
guess
in
you know
costume.
what?
No way.
That's the good thing about the list, is, like, you can make an argument either way for everybody, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I mean, then
That's
some
what I
I
find
don't
interesting
know.
about the whole thing.
Some I don't know, so we'll go into it. Let's get into it. I'm gonna zoom in here to the let's start at the top. Number
Gonna be
one
number 1.
on this list is, or wait, hold on, or should we start from the bottom?
No, no. Well,
It does. This order is fucked, so I don't really. We can start from
I
here.
think we should start from the top, right?
Yeah, I think the top. Oh, I'm already there anyway, so been
Yeah, I mean,
decided.
it's not like it's a big reveal. We showed the whole thing immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, number one, Ferris Bueller. I get this one. I've always hated this character, and I'm not a super big fan of the movie. A lot of people
Yeah,
really like
I
this
mean,
movie.
when you first said that, I was like, "Why?" And then I thought about it, and I was like, "He's a complete asshole to his best friend.
Yeah, the
He's
sister.
manipulating this really underage girl for sex.
Actually, you know what?
His
I think I
parents
hate
are
every
definitely
character in this movie.
assholes, and his sister is a complete piece of shit. Like one of the biggest cunts in the entire history of film.
Yeah,
So
and
fuck the whole family. Like
uh,
fuck that whole family.
Biffer just wrote in the comment, and we totally agree. Worst movie characters, no Jar Jar Binks on the list. Yeah, we're gonna get to honorable mentions, and also this isn't our
No,
list,
yeah,
but
and I
definitely,
think we should make our own because there's
yeah, this
definitely
makes
a
me want
lot
to
of
make my
people that
own.
deserve to be on this motherfucker. Like
Yeah,
Jar Jar is by
number
far
one.
one of the most obnoxious characters. I think he's like you said. I think he's way more annoying than C-3PO.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I get the hate for
C-3PO is just like
C-3PO.
a whiner and a complainer, but Jar Jar Binks is like an idiot who fucks shit up
Yeah, no, I almost feel bad
monumentally
for
for everybody.
C-3PO, especially in the new movie. There's a part where he kind of gets his like redemption, and it's like I'm here with my friends. His memory's about to get wiped or something, and it's like they weren't his friends. They were fucking the new characters who he hardly knows.
Did you ever
It
see
was
that
terrible.
Star Wars card where he has a big giant golden dick?
No, but they could have made that way more impactful by having him maybe like glitch out and seeing like Luke and Leia and Han like over the faces of the new characters. Then he would like then that statement would have made more sense. Would have been a little more impactful. But no, I've never seen a C-3PO porno.
No, no, it's a collectible. It's like a it
Oh,
it came out and then it got taken off production because it was so fucking weird and fucked up. And if you have one, it's worth a ton of money because it's so rare.
yeah, it's one
Here,
of
I'll
those
send it to
like the
you now.
jetpack Boba Fett that got taken down because it was choking hazard or some shit. Yeah. All right. So Ferris Bueller. Yeah, I think I hate every character in this movie except for the hot girl. I think she's likable. There's nothing wrong with her. Everyone else I kind of hate. I hate the friend.
Well, she's kind of
She's
I
just
don't know.
there.
Is she really that likable? I
She's
mean,
just
yeah, she's
there.
really attractive, but she's also just so willing to like be manipulated and do whatever he wants all the time instead of thinking for yourself and saying like fuck this shit, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Um, Lloyd Bird, Goodfellas, yeah, really annoying character. I get
I
that
hate
one.
her. Like
Yeah.
she fucked him. She's the reason he got put in jail because she
Yeah. I
first of
get
all,
why
she didn't make
she's
sure
on
that
the
the
list
sauce was
top.
stirred.
Yep.
And
Um,
also, she's probably a shit babysitter outside of this whole situation. I could
oh,
see her just
exactly.
being lackadaisical, and she's ugly as fuck. Like
Yeah.
she's gross.
Yeah. Kurt from Lars and the Real Girl, I don't exactly remember this character in the movie. I've seen
Me
that
neither.
movie.
I feel like we watched that shit, and I don't remember him at all.
I've seen the movie a couple times. I think it's someone he works with. I don't really remember. C-3PO, we talked about it. Annoying character, not that bad.
Hold on, I
Walter,
just want to see.
the Muppets. Did you ever see the Muppets movie? Because I don't know who this character is.
Where's the real girl?
I mean, it looks annoying, this Muppet character, just because it's not one of the OG Muppets. And I know it was like a main character in the movie, so they're trying to kind of force in a character we don't know. I don't really like
No, they
that.
forced in like a. It was like a little kid main character that was supposed to be more human than all the other ones, but
Oh, okay.
it made it feel like really creepy and off-putting because it forced all these older generations to realize that like Muppets can be manipulated and recreated
Oh, yeah,
in all these
exactly.
new weird forms they don't associate with.
This one at 6, I really do like. This is one of those ones I wouldn't have had on the list, but his face is just so annoying, and I think he's got like
What do you
2
mean?
lines
I fucking hated that motherfucker. And I've
for no
seen
reason
his
too.
movie
But
so many times. He's such a whiny piece of shit.
oh
And he's
yeah,
like I feel like he threw some of his friends in the bus so he can get escape,
I
He
think he
seems like a
does.
scumbag.
Yeah, I kind of hate
You know
all
what's
the
weird?
friends in
He
it.
looks like uh, he looks like Emma Stone.
Yeah, I thought for a little bit I was like, because I was reading it wrong. I was like, does that say Carol Burnett? And then I was like, because I was like, it looks like a
Carol
woman.
Burnett is
I know,
like
yeah.
80 years old compared to him.
But yeah, it looks like a woman. It looks like
But no, but now that I'm like seeing it blown up, he looks like Emma Stone with a
yeah,
blonde wig on.
maybe it is. A lot of careers got started in that
Wow, that'd be
movie.
fucking weird. You think like that's a
Oh,
fucked up concept to keep this guy relevant.
number 7 here, Scott Pilgrim. I don't get this one. I never like actively hated or really liked
No,
this
he's an
character.
asshole. He fucks over the Asian girl
Oh yeah, he
for
does fuck her over. That is true. But
but also he's just like a
I want his pixie
I
dream
don't know,
girl.
he's just
So
like a
come on.
whiny
I
depressed
guess
punk that you keep
I don't hate
hear
his
him
character that
cry the whole
much.
fucking movie. No, he's a bitch. He's a
I
complete bitch.
guess. Uh,
I wouldn't have him this high. I'm just saying I don't think it's I definitely don't think he should be top 10, but uh he's definitely like a
yeah, he's
whiny
an annoying character. I get it. Yeah, yeah, and kind of a hipster, easy to hate.
yeah,
I
hipster
get that.
douche. Exactly, yeah.
Number 8, Baby Driver. This guy doesn't say anything
Yeah,
in the movie. I didn't really get this one either.
I think it's because he's just like a elitist music asshole. Um he thinks he's like better than everybody that he's working with. He's just kind of smug. And
Yeah, that's
also,
true.
you know, I don't know. I didn't find him that likable. I think that's my one of my least favorite movies that he's made.
Yeah, I think I was actually thinking about this movie the other day. How it's like I remember liking it
All
at
the
the
characters in
time,
there are not likable at all.
but now I
All of them.
don't really like that. Like I would never want to watch that movie again.
No,
I
I've
would
never really
never want to
watched it
watch it again.
once,
I
and I
watched it
have no
once.
desire.
Yeah,
But like, his other stuff, if it's on, I'll rewatch it again and again just because I like the pacing, I like the writing. Just I feel like it was a bad lead choice. Maybe he should either pick somebody else or I don't know.
yeah. What do you think about
Oh,
number
you know
9
what?
here?
These two correlate very well together.
Yeah,
because
the
they're
Scott
very
Pilgrim.
pompous music assholes
Yep.
who think like if you don't like this and that, then I don't I can't be with you or like you're lesser than me.
Actually, kind of these 3 go well together. Scott Pilgrim, Baby Driver, and, High Fidelity Dude.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
see
I
it
never
now.
liked this character. I'm not
Yeah,
even a
yeah,
super
no,
big
it's like,
fan of this
is
movie.
that really that bad and obnoxious to be so high?
I guess
I
so.
think it's something that should be like towards the middle or end of lists.
Yeah,
Because I could think of like actual stuff
I agree.
done in film that is so much more heinous than just being a passive aggressive douchebag about
Yeah,
music. Like Uncle Billy. Uncle Billy's a fucking asshole piece of shit.
yeah. Oh, yeah, big time. Yeah, I get why that one's on the list just
Like he
because the
fucks the
character.
plot up. He
Yep.
fucks everyone over. He's a
Yeah.
complete like. You want to talk about if you could choose, and which is the plot of "It's a Wonderful Life." People did not be born.
Oh,
This
Biffer
if
in the
this
chat.
motherfucker didn't exist, everyone would be better off.
Biffer in the
So
chat is
yeah,
asking, do we
I
like
like Uncle
Borat or
Billy in the top
Bruno?
10.
Do we like Borat or Bruno? I find them worst movie characters in history. I think Bruno was really annoying. Borat, I I thought the Borat movie was
Well,
pretty
hold on, you
good.
got to readjust the.
Yeah, I
Um,
know. I'm just talking about this one dude in the chat said he's asking about if we what we
oh,
think about Borat and Bruno. I think both characters were better in Ali G. I think that was where they were funniest. Especially Bruno. Bruno was very funny in Ali G as like a very small side bit, and then making into
I
a full
mean,
movie didn't work. Didn't work.
I agree. Yeah, like it's almost like with Tim and Eric too. It's like certain things just do not hold up for that amount of time. They don't
Yeah,
have enough. Um, what would you? I don't know how to say
like
it. Like
content to give him a
yeah,
story.
it's
Like
like the characters are not nuanced enough to have entire plot developments and shit like that. It's just a
especially
bunch of
Bruno.
montages.
Borat, I think they did that pretty well. But Bruno, yeah, there's nothing there.
I
He was
think
just he was funny.
I think whoever made this list really just hates Matthew Broderick.
Yeah,
Are
I
we gonna
thought that
see?
too. Now
It's
I get that one though. I get because that character is like a
he
little
is like
bitch.
a very obnoxious crybaby asshole in a lot of roles.
Well, let's go to Lester Burnham here in American Beauty.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
I
Well,
definitely agree.
I feel like his off the field stuff impacted this evaluation.
Yeah, it could be off the field kind of thing. I agree. Real life situation here with that. But that character is
I mean,
annoying. He's very much like a little bitch.
he is, but he like I feel like there's like a love hate thing with him because he does like pretty awesome shit that a lot of people probably want to do in their lives, but then
Yeah.
also we're like freaking out at work and then getting fired and blaming them for sexual harassment and getting paid out a bunch of money. I mean, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's
I guess
almost
a lot of people could see that as like something to hate him for, but to me, that's just like conniving and smart, and he made the best of a bad situation to get out of there with you know a,
right.
a good severance.
I like
So,
this. Bifor writes Little Nicky from Adam Sandler should be on the list. Oh, definitely.
I mean, we could have
You
Adam
could.
Sandler on here multiple times,
Oh yeah, Jack
but
and Jill could be on this whole list. That I think Jill might be the worst character in movie history. Actually, that it would be my number one over Jar Jar Binks. Would be Jill.
no, no, I think you need more time to like
I don't
spend
know.
on the get your number one. I feel like you're rushing your number one.
I
Like if
could
you
be.
really put
Actually,
some time
I
into
think
it,
I
your
found
number
it
one would
personally.
be
But
some like weird shit you probably never thought of before until you like really delve deep, you know? Because
yeah,
my number one, like I didn't think of it until like a couple days ago, where I was looking at this and like just reflecting on people I hate in film. But
um,
yeah, I could see Lester Burnham being obnoxious and like weird and shady and fucking uh, over his entire family and then getting murdered for it. But I don't know. I feel like his wife is more of a
hateable character too. Yeah, yeah. Especially when she's
well,
cheating
yeah,
on
I
him.
mean, and she no, she doesn't shoot him. No, wait,
No, cheating on
what?
him with the. She's in the
Yeah, yeah,
car,
sorry, yeah.
obviously fucking the other dude. Uh,
Yeah, and also the daughter treats him like shit too for no reason a lot of times, just because he's old and creepy. I mean,
well, that was
you can't
realistic
help that.
teenager character though.
And also, he made that weird guy a bunch of money off of buying drugs, so that's cool. No,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think Lester Burnham.
it's not that bad. I agree.
I don't agree with this pick at all. I don't. I feel like if you're gonna have him, it should be at the very end
Yeah, it's
for
almost more of a
various
serious.
reasons.
It's like a serious version of Office Space. Uh, American Beauty.
Yeah, but I'm slowly like thinking about Matthew Broderick's career, and like he is just like he's kind of an insufferable little bitch. You know,
Yeah,
he's very obnoxious. He's annoying. He treats everyone like shit around them in most of his roles. I'm
yeah.
starting to get it.
Steven in The Cable Guy, I definitely understand. This one I get a
Yeah,
lot.
because if you think about his character, he's like he manipulates the cable guy into helping him. He's trying to also get help from the cable guy to manipulate.
His girlfriend,
Um, yeah, what's her name?
something
Leslie Mann.
Leslie Mann. Yeah.
She's married to Judd Apatow, and her daughters are both really hot.
Yes. There's
And
no nepotism in there at all, though. Not in Hollywood. Not in my Hollywood.
well, that's a Ben Affleck. No, not Ben Affleck. Ben Stiller movie.
No, yeah, but I think Judd Apatow wrote it with him. He's involved.
Yeah, no, they have. Yeah, they have like some insidious thing going on where they're.
I have to find that
I
out
get the
now.
Rocco stuff. He's really not funny. He's very obnoxious. He fucks over the plot. I hate him. Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Yeah,
I don't
I like
know
that
like
one. That
how
one's
to
out of
place
left
him
field.
because my perspective is a little off out of the whole thing entirely. But yeah, he deserves to be on here, and
Okay,
he's one of the
so
worst characters I
The
can
Cable
think of.
Guy is Judd Apatow's first work as a feature film producer. So he produced. So he had a big say in a lot of the movie with Ben Stiller.
Yeah, but I thought it was a Ben Stiller written, co-produced thing too. That's why I got confused a little bit.
Okay, now 13, Rocco Boondock Saints. I've not seen this movie because it was so hyped up in the early 2000s that it made me not want to watch it. And then I started watching, I was like, this is it? So I never even finished this movie. Remember everyone like, oh, you gotta watch Boondock Saints, it's the best movie. Like, didn't like it from what I saw.
I,
Oh, you're cutting out here. What do you think?
I'm
Oh no, you got a robot voice now. This is the kind of stuff we deal with here at the old Wizard Shack. Yeah, you might want to rejoin. I could rejoin the thing, the Google Meet. But yeah, this movie I've never been a fan of. It was so hyped up. And then moving on to 14, Harling Maze. From Flight. Did I lose you? Are you back there, Leon? Here, I'm gonna send the invite out. You should probably leave and then take this new invite. Let's see. Technical difficulties here. Harley Mays was Denzel Washington, Booger Sugar Salesman. Okay. Coke movie. I never saw this one. Actually kind of looks interesting. Though John Goodman is always pretty damn good. It's hard to kind of say he's in a unlikable character as an actor. It could be just a character thing. I mean, I could see if someone thinks someone's an asshole, then putting up even his character in Big Lebowski. But I thought he's pretty great. Yeah, what's up, man? Back?
yeah,
Oh, I'm on 14, Harling Maze. Have you seen this movie, Flight?
yeah.
You have? Okay, I've never seen this. What's this about? Cocaine thing?
Oh, you didn't get into. All right, yeah.
Never
So
saw this.
Harley Mays is Denzel Washington's drug dealer.
I'm
He
writing this
has a
down.
scene towards the end of the film where he needs to appear in court, but he relapses. he needs to be clean for it. He relapses and he shows up to his hotel room, plays like music he loves from back, like at that
70s
time
shit.
period,
Yeah.
hits him up with like a huge bunch of coke, and then Denzel Washington just destroys the mini bar, and the next day shows up to court completely fucked up and ruins everything.
Oh, I see.
So,
So he's like set up to
but
be.
he's a very, if you're like a you know affable druggie, he's like your best friend. But if you're trying to recover, then he's like a evil piece of shit manipulating you back into your old lifestyle. So I can see that, but I can't hate John Goodman, man. I love John Goodman.
Yeah, he's
He's one of my
great.
favorite.
I like him in almost everything he's in, except for that. What's that bullshit show now? The Roseanne reboot. That should just not be on. They should take that off the air.
I'm not watching that, so it doesn't bother me.
It's a boomer. It's boomer bait. Is what that show is.
Yeah, it feels like almost political or something. Like when Tim Allen came back with his reboot, like they're manipulating the whole thing.
There's definitely certain things. Yeah, the Connors is the name of it. The first said. Yeah, it's total
Yeah,
boomer
the
bait.
Cleaners, yeah, Boomer
Mrs.
Bait. Yep,
Doubtfire, 15. This is ridiculous. I love this character. It's hilarious.
I know. When I saw this though, I tried to like think of ways to justify it, and you know, he is a pretty shitty father.
He's manipulating.
He's
You
not
mean?
being No, he's just like he's not earning money. He's not being responsible when he works from home, as his wife is working all the time and providing for the family. And he's
Yeah.
being always like a psychopathic asshole with that party that was like way too much. And then
Tries to kill Pierce
he,
Brosnan.
he manipulates her mentally
Right. Tries to kill
to
Pierce Brosnan.
yeah. I mean,
Gotta remember
the
that.
way like looking at the picture, it looks like it was like a horror film.
Well, I saw Dave sent me a trailer of someone editing Dumb and Dumber to feel like Christopher Nolan Inception movie. And I feel like you could edit Mrs. Doubtfire to be a horror movie. You really could, as far as
No,
a trailer.
no,
It'd be
definitely
funny.
because there's so many like
Someone's done it.
clips where he's trying to fuck people over that you could exploit
Oh yeah.
and cut out all the good parts. So yeah, and you know what? I mean, think about it. It is pretty fucked up to like almost be a spy on your entire family and then use all that information against them for your own
Yeah.
benefit.
Oh, it was
Fuck, man.
made.
No, you know
This
what? It's hit me now. It's hit me like that's a pretty weird manipulative character.
There is a horror movie trailer for this. And I think I've seen it too. It's from 10 years ago. I've seen this.
Can we show it or we get in trouble?
No, I can't show it. No, no. But 16. I'm wondering if this person's list was a fuck up here. I know it's Johnny Knoxville from Bad Grandpa.
I think the character name is Bad Grandpa.
Yeah, but it's just 16 character name, movie name. I think they almost forgot to do something here. I don't know.
Well, yeah, they didn't actually list what it is,
Yeah, but
but
it's Bad
everyone knows.
Grandpa. And I don't know. I thought that movie was kind of funny. Kind of
Yeah, but the
throwaway.
character in itself is a piece of shit because he's manipulating this little kid to do all this fucked up stuff. So
Yeah.
I get it.
Where a comedy ensues, though.
You know
Let-
what I like though is that they put him and Grandpa Joe.
and Miss
next to
Doubtfire
each other.
is a blend.
Like, what is the connection? Did Grandpa Joe do the same thing? Maybe he did. Maybe Grandpa Joe just took way too much advantage of him getting in the factory because he had way too good of a time. He
Oh
didn't
yeah.
have to drink that shit that made him float up into the air and almost get killed by a fan. He chose to do that because he's
Hmm.
a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, Biffer in the
So I
chat
could see Grandpa
writes,
Joe being an asshole. And also, like, why is Grandpa Joe good to go to the factory, but the rest of the family is like bedridden?
"Oh,
Like that whole
we'll get
family
to
is a
that. We'll
fucking
get to
show.
that." Biffer in the chat wrote, "I wish Evan Hansen was on the list. He, as I guess, this is a movie. He pretended to be friends with a dead guy to hook up with his sister. Yeah, that's a piece of shit move. I get
Who's
that.
that?
I guess it's called something. Evan Hansen's the name of the character. I think that might be part of the
Dear,
title. I feel like I
Dear
remember
Evan
this,
Hansen?
something like that. But yeah, 17, Grandpa
It's
Joe.
like a musical adaptation. I don't want anything to do
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. Yeah, Grandpa Joe is a big piece of shit. Pops up out of bed as soon as he gets the opportunity to, but elsewise just stays in there and pretends to be poor. But it looked like, I mean, when he's that popping up and healthy, it looks like he can work. Maybe help out that family instead of have the mom
I
do
know
everything.
that whole family's like a good representation of like people who can work and should work, but decide not to and just live up the fucking government. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck his whole family.
Yeah, he's government moocher.
Actually, thinking about it, like Willy Wonka is just a compilation of like miserable, awful people. You
Yeah.
know, like Veruca Salt and all these
Oh
pieces of
yeah.
shit.
That's I think
That
it's
movie
morality of it.
sucks.
That's
Actually,
that's the morality of the movie. I think showing these
oh, here
bad
we go.
characters.
These are probably the two biggest male and female pieces of shit in film history I can think of.
Yeah. So
And this guy,
Fabian
I feel so
is
bad for him. He's just like known as a prick and a
well,
dick.
yeah.
And actually, that was actually sorry, I'm skipping ahead, but
Yeah,
yeah.
let's get to Fabian here, the French character,
Ugh.
the French girl
Can
in
you
Pulp
make me
Fiction.
pancakes? Can you get me pancakes? I
Pancakes,
fucking hate
butch,
her.
butch.
Can you get me
Oh
pancakes?
man, so annoying. One of the most annoying
That
characters.
is really one of the most obnoxious. Like,
Higher
why
should
did
be
he
higher on
write
the
that
list.
in?
Put
Like, why did
she's
he write that fucking character in, man? It almost makes me dislike him too as a
yeah, I
writer.
agree. That character's so annoying that it. But I think that
Like,
was
what
part
were
of the
you thinking at
tension.
that time to have this obnoxious bitch so prominent in the fucking plot? Like, is this somebody you really needed to represent that you
Well,
knew?
I
Like,
have a
what the
feeling.
fuck?
I don't know, but I have a feeling. Since Tarantino likes a lot of movies and a lot of foreign films, that I think she
It's a
might have been a
reference.
French actress that he liked and wanted to put her in, but it definitely made things very annoying.
Well, hold on. Let's IMDb this
I don't
because
know. Yeah, it's like I don't really know.
I need to figure this out because I'm dumbfounded why he would do this to all of us.
Yeah, and she forgot to pack his father's watch. Like Biffer is saying, this is completely true. The whole situation would have been solved.
No, I mean a
Wouldn't
lot of this list are people who are so uh, awful to the plot that deserve it because of
yeah,
that. But she's also so annoying and
yeah.
whiny and obnoxious the whole time. Can you give me pancakes? You know, like that. That fucking phrase just is burned in my fucking memory. I can't. Every time I see her face, that bowl cut. You
Mhm.
know, there's like something about that fucking bowl cut that
Yeah.
just pisses me off. Like the
Will
wife from
Byers.
Heat,
Yeah.
Al Pacino's wife in Heat. To me, that should be number one.
It's the Will
She's
Byers
so
haircut here.
manipulative. She's cheating on him. She
Yep.
makes him feel responsible for their daughter killing himself. Like that is honestly the most hateable, obnoxious piece of shit I've ever seen in film.
Yeah. So yeah, 19 William Atherton, the bad dude in Ghostbusters is how I know him.
No, but he's a dick in a lot of different stuff too.
He's got that face. He looks like a little
Yeah, you just want to
rat.
punch him,
Got a Weasley face.
like Ron Weasley.
No, not like a weasel looking guy.
Oh, when you
But
said
he,
Weasley, I thought,
kind of does look like a Weasley though, as far as their character background. Got the Weasley look for sure.
but he's in other stuff. Oh wow, he's in Tim and Eric Billion Dollars movie. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he plays like the boss or something. He's also evil in that. I think he's like the
Hateable.
guy after
Yeah, it's funny. He could be like the most mainstream thing and the most weird niche bullshit you never thought of, and still play the same miserable, unlikable piece of shit dick.
I think I really do. This one guy
Well,
says Dan.
He's in the Ghostbusters reboot,
Yeah,
and he's also in.
Dan Cass says, "Isn't this dude a pedo in real life?" No, I think you're thinking of the dude from Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, the principal.
Yeah, you're thinking of that dude. They kind of have a similar look here. 'Cause they both have that face. That guy's got a little more bigger nose.
Oh, he's in Biodome.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. No, I
he's
hate this
oh yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like the dickhead leader in that who goes
Yeah,
crazy.
he's the main scientist. He's also in Tales from the Crypt, which that's something we should go back and revisit because there's some really good episodes from that.
Yeah, that show is good. There's a lot of crap though too. It's like you have to sift through the shit.
Yeah,
But
he's in a lot of good stuff, actually.
number
Even though
20,
he's an unlikable piece of shit, he finds his way into a lot of good movies.
Number 20, Old Rose. I guess this might be a joke ad here because I don't really.
No,
What do you
I
hate
mean,
about this lady? I don't know.
well, I mean, she fucked with, uh, like, she fucked with Leonardo DiCaprio the entire movie. You
Well,
know,
that
and
was
she,
young Rose. What did Old Rose do? Just be there? Oh, she threw out the jewel or some shit. She's just there in the beginning and the end of the movie.
I don't know. That's something. Yeah. Why do people like old?
Oh yeah, this Dan dude saying she was dumb. She threw out the yeah. So she, all right, dumb bitch, dumb older bitch, probably
Yeah, she's a
senile.
dumb old bitch who came from way too much money and is a spoiled piece of shit.
Yeah, she could have spent her money on
I hate
QVC.
young Rose more than I hate old Rose.
Yeah. So the tramp, Charlie Chaplin, in various roles. Yeah, I guess he's kind of meant to be sort of annoying, kind of a Pauly Shore, the 1920s Pauly Shore. You know?
Yeah, no, and he's got this whole like weird. Yeah, he's got a lot of weird, fucked up off-screen stuff. You know, like he fucked minors. He was a rapist.
Yeah.
He was yeah,
Oh,
he's a fucked up piece of shit,
back then it
regardless of
was.
role.
Back then you could fuck minors a lot easier though.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at Great Balls of Fire. You know,
Yeah.
Winona Ryder and Dennis Quaid are representing people who are like married at what, like 14 and 30. So yeah, the Grand Silver Princess Bride. I don't think he should be this high, but I get it because he's such a whiny little bitch,
Oh yeah,
and it
he's
also
annoying.
feels
I
ungrateful
get that.
because
I've always hated this
he's
character.
getting told like a really great story, and he keeps questioning it all the fucking time and being like a little asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
get it,
did
and
not.
also,
Dan, we did not make this list. This is a list that we found, and we're like, oh, we got to talk about this. I want to make our own list. I think it would be a lot
well,
different.
no, I want to make our own list too, but it's gonna take some time. I don't think we can do it in like a week.
Yeah, that takes some thought. That's why I'll give them this. At least they made the list and thought
Well,
about it.
no, that's what I like about the list. It like made me think and like think about people that should be on it and should be off it and how to like reorder it. But yeah, Willie's. Oh, sorry, we're skipping ahead.
Yeah, Tom
Tom
Brady.
Hanks.
I never
That
saw
feels
this
like a
movie. It's new movie.
no, I know that feels like a like. I feel like we should ignore this one
It's a
because it
sports
feels
hate thing.
no. It just feels illegitimate. Like it just came out, and most of the hate is for everything other than him being in the film.
Yeah, and he,
So
although I'm
we're
sure he's
gonna
not a
skip
good
this one.
actor.
I mean,
You
he's a
know?
weirdo. You know, he kissed his son.
Yeah,
He drinks
he's he's getting that
virgin blood
adrenochrome,
before
man.
games,
He's getting that adrenochrome
and
from the
his
sun.
you know avocado ice cream parentheses. Yeah,
Yep,
Willie Scott is
annoying.
definitely a very annoying, and also she's an asshole. She doesn't ever really fully trust him until like he fully redeems himself, which is so annoying because so many plot points would have been avoided if she just like you
I
know
I get it, and I was always annoyed
improved
by her, but I will say this: at least she has like a good. She's definitely got a character to her. I feel like the first girl in Raiders Lost
and
Ark.
redemption, right? Doesn't
Yeah,
she redeem herself?
yeah, she does. But also, like the first girl in Raiders Lost Ark isn't. It's not that developed of a character. At least Willie Scott has a character to her. So I'll give them that. It's an annoying character, but it was a distinct character. And that movie is like the worst of the Indiana Jones until all the new shit. That was the
And
one where
also,
it was like,
like
one's kind of
being a
ridiculous.
straight male, it being attractive takes the edge off a
Yeah.
lot of time.
Hey, anything goes.
I feel like if a
Um,
woman was going to review this entire list, it'd be a lot different.
anything goes. Damone, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I like
Yeah,
this
you gave him
character,
like a weird pass. I think he's one of the biggest scumbags in the
but
history
he's
of film.
fucking funny.
He's a
He's
complete piece of
hilarious.
shit. Oh yeah, he's funny. Yeah, but
He
he
takes.
fucks over his little nerdy friend with like for what he thinks delusionally is like the love of his life, and he fucks her and gets her pregnant.
Yeah,
Like this
doesn't
guy
want to pay
should be
for the
number one.
abortion.
He should be top 10. And also, he fucks over little kids for scalping tickets.
Earth, Wind, and
No,
Fire. He gets that guy.
this guy is like one of the scummiest pieces of shit ever in the history of film.
But that was what was funny about him. That was like what his character
I
was.
know, I get it. Like I do, like in ways I like the character, and he is funny. But on paper, he's one of the biggest pieces of shit you've ever fucking seen or heard of.
All right, moving over to
I think he
young
should be top
Anakin.
10. Like if I'm doing my list, he'll be up there.
All right, so young Anakin. Now, see, this is interesting when we were talking earlier. You know, you
Yo, why is he so tan? He looks so weird.
you got Ant. Well, he's from the fucking desert, but he hates the sand.
He looks so fucking weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's one of the whiniest pieces of shit in the history of film. Like
but how do you
without even
not have
thinking.
Jar Jar on this list when you have Anakin? But he's definitely annoying and such a douche. Very unlikable character.
And also, he fucking murders all those young Jedi's eventually,
Yeah, I mean,
which
no, but this is before. This is
it
young
has nothing to
Anakin.
do with like his initial like douchery that we're
This is
talking
Attack of
about.
the Clones Anakin. Yes, the first time
Yeah,
you
yeah,
see
yeah.
him.
But still, like if you factor that in, because a lot of people are factoring plot points. It's not about like just personal stuff or anything like that.
Oh
If
yeah,
you factor
yeah.
that in, I think young Anakin should be top 10, top
He
15 at
he's such a
least. Like
prick, and
this
he's
guy
very
is
pompous.
he's
You know,
and
like
also all this the back and forth with Obi-Wan where he's like such a whiny, obnoxious asshole.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
no.
but it didn't work also for the
I think
story
he should be
where
top
like
5.
they try
I
to
hate
act
this
like these two are
motherfucker.
friends, but these two are not friends. They like bicker the whole time. You know, like that's what I was.
I
They're
think he's
they're
also a
not
terrible
friends.
actor. Like he's a terrible actor. I mean, I'll give William Atherton this. He'll play a complete prick every single role, but he does it great, you know? Like
Yeah,
he knows what he's being hired to do and fulfills it. I don't think this character is supposed to be like that. I think he's
no,
just such a shitty actor that it turned into a
no.
whiny asshole
He's not a
supposed to be
shitty
like
actor.
you
It's
know?
just shitty direction from a person. Like George Lucas is like a robot.
Shitty directing and shitty acting.
Shitty
I feel
directing,
like this
shitty
is a
writing, and
big
I think he tried his best. I don't think I don't
yeah.
blame him. I know a lot of people did. I don't blame him. I blame George Lucas. And I hate to see there's a lot of these prequel apologists who, because the sequel movies suck, they try to act like the prequels are good. The prequels are not good. Yeah, Dan, he's saying I never saw the prequels. I heard they're trash. They're complete trash.
But you
Don't
should
think
still
they're
watch
good.
them though. Like you need to put yourself through that.
Yeah,
It's like a rite of passage.
I was talking about it. I've talked about this before, but I think anything past the original series has just hurt the original series. Like the prequels makes it just hurts the original series, the sequels,
I
the
don't know.
whole
I'll say this:
perpetual
the
Star
first season
Wars.
of that Mandalorian shit went over real
Oh, that one's
well.
good. But then the
Yeah,
second season was good too, and then they kind of had a distinct end. They had like a good
but I'm just
end,
saying. I
and then
feel
they
like
took it all
financially,
away.
it did really well
Yes, it did.
to
It
help
was
them.
pretty good too. I'll say it was pretty good. It was like a video game. Everything kind of had like a little mission to it, so that was kind of cool. King of Kong, Steve Weeby. This character I just felt bad for. I don't think he was a prick. He cried all the time. I thought that was a little lame.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody in that entire movie could be on this list.
But the other guy, like the main villain, is more of an asshole. You could put him up here. You could replace him out.
The long-haired guy who cheated.
Yeah, the guy who cheated to get the
You know
score.
what? It makes me want to go back and rewatch that.
It's a good movie. I recommend King of
Yeah,
Kong
yeah, it's great, but it makes me want to like go back and rewatch it to understand why he's on
because
here.
he cries, so he's an annoying character. He's always like crying, and I think even his wife says like he cries all the time. So I
Ugh,
remember that he would cry because he lost in
ugh,
baseball. He would cry because of this. So
ugh.
I get it.
It's just an
Deadpool.
insufferable. You know,
Deadpool is an
person.
annoying character.
Yeah,
I get that.
I feel
He
like
was funny for what he was,
people
but he
who
was annoying.
I feel like he's a good representation of people who think they're way more funnier than they are, and they just never stop
Or is that
trying to
just
be funny
is
to
that
where
Ryan
he's
Reynolds
really
too?
obnoxious.
Ryan Reynolds kind of
Yeah.
fits that.
So I like where it is on the list too. You know, it's not way too high, not way too low. It deserves to be somewhat in the middle.
Forrest Gump. Do you get that one?
Well, I mean,
I don't get it. I think he's a likable character. He's too
I don't
stupid to
know.
like.
Is there a point where like you're so how do I put it? Naive to where you're like almost annoying. You know, like all these situations that you pretend that you're in because you're so stupid could be avoided because if like a regular person who wasn't borderline retarded did it, would come off like an asshole. So I can see it.
Yeah, so we got some chat stuff. Dan says Deadpool fans are annoying as fuck, and that is completely true. That is a terrible fan base there. Biffer says, by the way, I like that Hobbit name. That's the best Hobbit. I hate the Ezra Miller character in Fantastic Beast franchise. I think everyone hates Ezra Miller in general, in
Yeah, no,
everything.
you could put him in any fucking
Oh
role,
yeah.
and
Oh
I'll hate
man,
it.
this Biffer nailed this. What about Captain Marvel? Captain Marvel should be up on the list.
Oh yeah, we really gotta we gotta make our own list.
Yeah, I mean
Like we
Brie
gotta do
Olson
this.
could be on the list too, just as Brie Olson. You know,
Yeah, I
or
mean,
how about hateable
trying
actors?
to
Oof,
uh,
a lot of them.
trying to blame the failure of your shitty movie on an entire fan base of reviews and critics is so pathetic.
I mean, it's so bad that they had to take her. They had to take Captain Marvel out of the sequel. Now it's just gonna be called the Marvels. It should have been Captain Marvel 2. Now they're just calling it the
I know it's
Marvels.
it's embarrassing.
Well, they know people hate this bitch.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, it is
I
embarrassing. It's terrible.
she really is like so obnoxious and hateable to it's like hard to even find her attractive,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
the start of the MCU. She started MCU.
Yeah,
Gollum.
I gotta say, like the chat is giving very good
I agree with everything said
recommendations,
here.
like
Yeah.
very good recommendations to stuff where I didn't even think of that I have very high.
Ezra
So,
Miller as the Flash too. Very annoying.
well, I mean, he's got off the field issues though.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of the hate too. But
That's the
yeah,
thing is like, how much do we take into what
yeah,
the actors
it
do,
depends. I
like
think
with
it
Kevin
should be.
Spacey to
Yeah,
their actual role? You know,
I
I
think it
feel
should
like
be
Kevin
role
Spacey is
based.
way too high because of extracurricular activities he's doing. You
Right.
know.
Number 30, Gollum. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean,
I get it. Great
yeah,
character. Great
but
character,
doesn't he help
but
them in
annoying.
certain ways too?
Yeah, that's the thing is, well, maybe that's Smeagol. That's the better character, right? It is a split. So Smeagol
Yeah,
might be
this
the
guy
one
is
that's
such a shallow. Oh man, I feel so bad for Jason Alexander. I feel
yeah.
like he's an actually good actor,
Yep, never got
but
his due.
everything he's in is like such an awful piece of shit. You know, like even what's that movie with Richard Gere and Julia Roberts? Fuck. Oh,
Pretty Woman
yeah, Pretty Woman. He's so awful in that movie.
or Dunstan checks
He's
in.
just yeah, like I mean his role in Pretty Woman where he is the ugly um money obsessed not friend but like associate to Richard Gere
Yeah.
and then he tries to rape Julia Roberts in the movie. And that's not even represented here because they're using the shallow hell thing where he is very shallow, which I don't think that's why the title is that way, but you know, he has like this defect where he has a tail,
Oh
but
yeah.
he
Yep.
finds like the
It was funny.
very insignificant
Gross.
default, very attractive women to hate them for. So
Right. It
yeah, I
was like
think
Harvey
this
Weinstein.
character should be way higher. Actually,
Yeah.
he almost is like the personification of this entire list.
Yeah, I get this one. This one is a very annoying asshole character. Um, in the chat, Dan Cass says Marvel's eating shit lately. Oh, dude, they totally are. And it's funny. I'm
They're
not a
not
big
showing.
Marvel fan, but I feel bad for the people who like it because if you liked it, they just said there's a big fuck you to anyone who actually liked the whole thing. So it's
They're
like,
not selling
guess
as
what?
well
You
as they
like it?
used to, though.
You're not gonna like it now. That's like what they've been doing for past like I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
I feel like
5
they can get away
movies.
with that just off of pure sales and stuff. You know, like it doesn't matter at that point.
Well, there are some like that Captain Marvel movie they put in between their two biggest box office movies of all time, which were those last Avengers. That was in between, so it kind of made that look like people liked it, but I think people were just infatuated with Marvel at the time.
Jada Pinkett, I can see
Yeah,
that. She is very
she's annoying.
in
That's also
the movie
outside off the field. That's some off the field shit too.
Jada Pinkett.
Yeah,
Oh
off the
yeah,
field, one of the worst that there is.
but you know, like in a lot of roles, she's definitely very manipulative. And
Yeah,
what the fuck? shit. What is that movie?
But let's look here. 32 and 33.
All right, we
Lars
got like
Ulrich. I don't get this one.
yeah, but these three people might as well be the same person.
Yeah, and then even Bob Rock, the producer, I know, big douche.
These three people just represent like um,
Killed
washed up
Napster.
metal people
Yeah.
from
Yeah, that's
the
true.
80s who are now complete assholes in the mid to late 90s and making really shitty music that everyone, not
Yeah.
everyone, like a lot
I
of people
mean,
love it, but a lot of people realize that it's like awful compared to their entire discography and desperate to keep going.
yeah.
So I could see this tier.
I mean,
This
old
should really all just be like one entry in itself.
yeah, old Metallica was all right, but then yeah, Lars got very big-headed. He's the worst one in the band. Everyone else, it was like the one you didn't like was him.
Yeah, there's this meme called the Saint Anger snare hit. Uh, I don't want to like throw you off on like a whole tangent, but it's so like it's so obnoxious, and it's throughout the entire album apparently that people hate that.
35.
Who's this Muppet?
Um, what's his name? Matt Dillon in
This is
Crash.
our second Muppet on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks like a Muppet.
This motherfucker looks like a sock puppet.
Yeah, I just hate this movie in general.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
I can't believe it won. I
It's
really can't
unbelievable.
believe
It
it.
won an Oscar. It's unbelievable.
It's so whiny and cheap and um, just manipulative on the entire plot. Like fuck his plot line. That entire movie is so fucking bad, and it's like poorly made too. The editing's horrible. The writing's
Yeah.
horrible. I don't understand why it got so many accolades. I get
Down year.
the virtue signaling it was doing and stuff like that, but I mean, they have Ludacris in a prominent part. This motherfucker
Yeah.
can barely even read his lines. It's horrible. It's fucking horrible.
All right, let's go to 36 here. Captain Jack Sparrow. Very annoying character.
This might be a little bit of off the field.
Could be off the field, but I don't know. Off the field, I think Johnny Depp kind of won that case. He was fucking funny during the whole
He
trial.
definitely won in the court of public opinion, which matters
Yeah.
more than actual legal stuff.
I mean, it was funny. He was like, he had a good defense. He was just talking about, yeah, of course I do cocaine. I'm an actor. Like, what do you think I'm gonna do? You know, like, don't act like I'm a responsible person. I'm an actor.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna do drugs. Come on.
But let's think plot wise. You know, he does fuck over tons of people for his own benefit. I get it.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Yeah, that's true. His character
Actually,
is
you know
kind of evil. Yeah, I get
feel
it.
like these three in a row do have a similar thing where they have this like completely selfish driven narrative.
Oh, you're talking about
and
Blues
they'll fuck
Brothers
everything all
and Mr.
completely to get
Hollanopus?
to- Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I get this grouping.
Yep.
Sam though, I don't
Blues
know, I
Brothers,
feel like
man.
he was like pretending to be not pretending to be. I don't know. I feel like they were pretending to be like mentally handicapped or something. I don't know. Like,
Oh, I don't know. She's the pixie dream girl kind of thing during the early 2000s.
oh no, I get it now. I get why people put her on here because
Oh, she's annoying.
she's like the most obnoxious, upfront, in your face hipster
Yep.
douchebag. Like, you haven't heard this band, you know, that kind of thing.
She
So I get
but
it.
the one thing about it though is it was a realistic character. There were a lot of people like this in the early 2000s, so
Yeah,
it's definitely spot on, but it is annoying.
But honestly, I could have been
Like Juno.
right
was
there
spot
with
on.
him, you know, because I was listening to the Shins way before it was in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I never said that to anybody, but it's like they have so much better stuff than that fucking shitty ass song with the whistling.
Dan says he was good in that movie with that crazy director. I believe you're talking about Matt Dillon with Paul Haggis in Crash. I think he was a Scientologist, so he probably is pretty nuts. Number
Yeah,
40, Robbie
I don't
Robertson.
think Matt Dillon is terrible. He's in
Oh,
good
he's
stuff.
good. I think he's good. I didn't actually
Yeah,
usually like
no,
him.
it's just I mean, that role is definitely
Yeah.
horrible.
I mean, the thing I love him the most and just it'll always be burned in my mind is Something About Mary. I think he's, like, awesome in that movie. It's hilarious, and the teeth and all that, it
And,
was great.
did you ever see One Night in the Cools?
Yeah, that one's good. I mean, I like him, and I even like what's that kinda semi-porno movie too where he's the that movie's horrible, but
Oh,
what is that
with
with the
Reese Richards and
yes.
Jamie Lee
It's kinda like a porno, but
Wild
not.
Things.
Wild Things, yeah, 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 yeah. Robbie
I
Robertson.
heard about this House That Jack Built, which is a Darren Aronofsky.
That movie's good. That movie's cool as shit.
I
Yeah,
need to see that. Is it on Plex?
I definitely have it on Plex. Yeah, that movie's good. He's, like,
Yeah, I
goes to
need to watch
hell.
that.
That movie's awesome. Awesome
Yeah, I
someone
need to
bringing that
see
up.
that. I heard it's really fucking awesome and, like, the visuals are amazing, but for some reason, I never like, I saw it so many times as a recommendation, I never, like, follow through with actually downloading it or something, you know?
Yeah. Oh, this, Dan says he did some work for Dior perfume, and he reps, and he's sliming on every girl there. Well, I mean, I get it. You gotta use your
Do you
clout.
blame him
You
when
gotta use
he's,
your clout to slime
like
sometimes.
40 surrounded by a bunch of
Sometimes
18-year-old
you gotta
models?
slime. That's why
Yeah, you gotta slime.
he did wild things so he can slime. That's what you gotta do.
No, he's definitely a slimer.
Yeah, I can see that, especially older now, I can see him being a slime kinda bucket there. Yeah, the House of
I
Jack
don't
built
get
up.
this Robbie
Good.
Robertson shit. You gotta explain this to me because
Alright,
I feel like you
so
know way more
he
about the
is
band than me.
not a dick in the movie, but this is an off the field thing. He is a dick in real life. He owns all the rights to the band's songs and claims it was, like, all him who wrote everything, which
So
it's
this
really
is off the
not.
field issues
Yeah,
then.
it's actually more the bass player who is kinda like the genius in the band. He's a very
Yeah, but he
mediocre
seemed
guitar
really
player.
fucked up and, like, socially
Oh,
awkward
yeah, I
where
think
he
he
didn't wanna
died from
sing, but he
heroin.
would sing because he had a great
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah, he died from heroin. I'm pretty sure he had, like, drug issues the whole time. What's his name? Paul Danko? Something Danko? Rick Danko. Rick Danko and Levon Helm were very good, and same with the synth player, Garth Hudson, and then Richard
I don't
Manuel
think
was
they
a
had
great
synths
piano
back then.
player.
You mean, like, organ.
No, he played early synth, I think, too. And I think he
Did
was
he?
an organ player. But yeah, he used synth on some stuff. Richard Manuel, he killed himself. He was a piano player, good singer. The band's
Wow,
great.
so this guy
I would say
had
he's the worst of
every
them.
other person in the band kill themselves.
Yeah, I would say honestly, if you're
Why
gonna
does he
rank
not have
talent,
it?
he's the worst of it. He's not.
Well,
He's
he's not really this is, like, kind of a weird placement because it's a documentary, so
yeah, and he's not a dick in the
it's
movie.
not
He's
like he's
actually
playing
kind of
the
cool in the
part.
movie. He's kind of cool in the movie. I would say.
No, I always thought he was kind of a pompous douchebag the whole time.
I guess out of
That's why I thought
well,
he was
yeah,
on here. I was hoping you would provide me for more backstory,
he went on to
and you
be.
definitely fucking did. I
He went
mean,
on to
wow, this
make
guy is like a huge
music for
step forward.
movies in Hollywood. I think he still does some music producing. He made all the money in the band and then kind of left and made more money. I think it's an off the field thing here.
Mr. Pink should be hired.
Yeah, he's a dick, but
Yeah,
fucking, I
he's
love
all
that
like
character.
irate about being a piece of shit about tipping, and he doesn't like
Yeah,
his
the tipping
name, and
thing. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just such a whiny piece of shit the whole fucking movie. And I love Steve Buscemi; he's one of my favorite actors.
And
But
this is one of his best parts. Come on.
I know, but I mean, that's why he almost gets like typecast as a creep or insufferable assholes because of this. But I feel like he deserved better.
He looked
That's what's good about Boardwalk Empire. It shows
yeah.
he can do other stuff.
I'd say in this he looks the most normal he's ever looked. I'll give him that.
Well, you
He
can't see his teeth.
maybe
Once he
that.
shows his teeth,
Yeah. God, Bruce Almighty, Morgan Freeman. I I don't super remember this movie. I remember not liking it.
me either. Yeah,
Didn't like the
I
movie.
I, I gotta just kind of plead ignorance to this one.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
seems like a
I'll
horrible
trust them
movie.
on this. Like I don't know.
I bet you could put Jim Carrey and Jennifer Aniston all in the same part. It's probably just like a shitty, horrible movie, and everyone in it's terrible. So
Right.
let's move on.
Owen
Yeah,
Grady,
this
Jurassic
guy's a
World.
douchebag. Like he's very annoying, and like I feel like at parts he costs the plot too much bullshit because he wants to like be the savior to the dinosaurs and all that kind of stuff. You know, I feel like Yeah, I
Yeah, he's
don't.
annoying.
I don't know. I don't know Spaceballs that well.
Oh, we got a comment from the chat here. Biffer. MCU Black Widow movie was pointless because she's already dead when the film came out. Does it qualify for worst character? That does. That was very stupid to give her a movie. But I saw clips of that. I did not see that movie, but it looks like the blonde girl from Midsummer was worse in that movie.
Um,
And Yogurt's great. I disagree with this. I
Florence
love
Pugh.
Yogurt in that. Yogurt's hilarious in that. And Mel Brooks is never should not be on any list of annoying characters.
You're talking about Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
she is. I've seen her in multiple roles, like Little Women, where she's a very whiny motherfucker, and also that Harry Styles movie, uh, Don't Worry Baby. Yeah, she sucks. Actually, thinking about it now, she
yeah,
kind of
no.
sucks.
And she's got a terrible Russian accent in that movie. That's one. Yeah, it's like looking back at the MCU movies when you look at them, like Black Widow seems horrible. Didn't want to watch it. The Eternals. I think it's the worst rated movie from Marvel. It seems horrible. I wouldn't want to watch it. Black Panther, Wakanda 2. It looked terrible. It doesn't even have the main guy you want to see. They didn't replace him with someone else
Well,
when they
he's
could
dead.
have.
So,
Yeah, but you could
yeah,
honestly just fucking if anyone else died, they just put a new person in the role. Put a new
or
person in the
CGI
role.
the motherfucker in. You know?
Put a new person. They could have wrote him off and had Michael B. Jordan in it somehow. That probably people would have probably liked that. Um,
Did you see Dallas Buyers Club?
yes, I saw Dallas Buyers Club. The movie's good. I get why the character's on the list. It was very annoying character. He's like a very annoying character, but the movie was pretty good. And also, Jared Leto's just lame. That could be some off
Well,
the
I think you're gonna see a.
yeah. Whoever made this list has a vendetta.
I think
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick and Jared Leto are like enemy number 1 and 2 on this motherfucker's
Yeah.
mental state at the
Morbius
moment.
did not see it, but I've heard it's pretty bad and hilarious. I almost want to see it because of that. It makes me intrigued there.
Maybe it's funny bad. I don't know. It might just be like so terrible where like we're watching Prince of Persia where
Honorable
you just
mention
fall asleep
for
and then do yourself
Jared
over
Leto. How
time.
about his Requiem for a Dream character, where he makes his girlfriend fucking do ass to ass and all that shit,
Yeah,
and
and
does
also
the
that
mom,
My
everything.
So-Called Life fucking role where he's like a manipulative piece of shit in middle school, making her have sex with him. Yeah, this motherfucker's never played a
No,
likable part in his life. And also,
no,
even in like Fight Club, he's like the pretty boy who gets his face bashed in because he's jealous.
yeah, Joker.
Yeah, no, Jared Leto is like one of the most obnoxious scumbag piece of shit. And also, I heard off screen he's a complete asshole. He was like doing all this method shit where he was like sending people dead rats and pulling all these stupid pranks just to be an asshole and have an excuse.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he sounds like a
what?
douche, and it's like
Yeah,
he's
fuck
trying to
him.
be a character actor too much. Like you're not good enough to warrant that crazy. Like I get it when it's someone who is good,
Yeah,
but
Jim
it's
Carrey can get away with that.
right.
You can't.
It's not Jared Leto. Neil Page, Steve Martin in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I get this.
Yeah,
He's like a
I mean,
prick.
but he's being antagonized so fucking hard the whole time. It's hard
Yeah.
to blame him for being an asshole, though.
I should play the speech from John Candy where he does the speech at the end there.
Can we?
I'm an easy
Or
target.
can we
That's
do that and get away with
no,
it?
no, I
Or
can't put that. That's got to
no?
be clipped. Timothy Treadwell, Grizzly Man. I really
Yeah,
like this movie,
fuck this
but he
guy.
is a prick. Yeah,
Fuck no, fuck this guy. Like he's manipulating
yeah. He
the entire
killed a girl.
situation
Basically, the
way
girl
too
who
hard,
died with
and he
him.
got somebody murdered.
Yeah, the girl
Yeah,
who
this
died with
guy's
him is
a
his
scumbag.
fault. Yeah, and also even his death is his fault. He's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Number
no,
50, Man in
this
Comic Book
guy
Store.
is a piece of shit.
Man in Comic Book Store, big piece of shit. Totally agree. This guy should be at the
I
top
don't
of the
know this
list.
one.
I don't know this one either, but I think it's funny.
Do you have a clip for it that we can get away with, or
Oh shit.
Marlon Wayans? I can see that. I can see all the Wayans brothers being fucked up. Damon, Keenan Ivory. I could see all three of them being really fucked up and manipulative.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we should now get into some honorable mentions. Honorable mentions, what do you
Yeah,
think?
we should do like just do that as like a separate thing.
Well, we could kind of go through it here. Just some characters you hate. We got to put Jar Jar. Talk about Jar Jar. Come on, Jar Jar's got to be on the list. Who else? I definitely agree with that little Nikki pick.
I
Oof.
mean, as much as I love her, uh, the parents in Home Alone are pretty fucking horrible. Like, if you want to combine both of them, you know.
Yeah, yeah. The McAllisters. Yeah.
I just
Let's
thought of it now, but
let's
I
see some
love
more known
what's her
characters.
name, Kathleen. Fuck, what's her
Oh,
name?
Ruby Rocks. Chris Tucker in Fifth Element.
Yeah. Oh, what a obnoxious piece of shit,
Yes.
arrogant, egotistical, and though he does help the plot a lot, but still, yeah, like he's such a like. There's definitely like certain characters in movies where like you just feel like you have to like deal with them
Yeah.
the whole time, you know?
Now
Instead of like
this.
just being there, you have to like deal with their obnoxiousness and bullshit and whatever crap they're fucking doing.
Oh yeah. More
I mean, I
annoying
already said
character.
my main one, the wife from Heat, Al Pacino's wife.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you remember her?
Yeah. That's super. I totally agree with that. Definitely agree with that.
Yeah, but in chat, if you guys want to recommend some stuff, we're gonna. I think we should just build our own list,
Yeah, I think we need
and
to.
we'll
Oh,
do the same
oh,
thing we just did now.
oh, I got one. Shia LaBeouf in Indiana Jones.
Well, I mean,
That
you
movie
want to
and
talk
just
about off the field.
his character is awful.
I
Oh,
know, but I
even
feel like a lot of
Kate
the lists that
Blanchett
we went
in that
over,
movie.
they have stuff outside of the movies they're in that are also impacting it. So
Well, here's one. Kate Blanchett in the
he could
movie I
be
fucking
real high.
hate. I hate her in that movie with the fake Russian accent, and I do like her as an actress and a person. So it does, and same with Jason
Who?
Alexander. He's on this list. I agree, but
No,
I
who
like
you
him.
talking about with the fake accent?
The Russian lady in Indiana Jones, like the main villain, which is a terrible villain.
Oh, Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. Yeah, I hate that character's terrible.
Yeah, and she has that bowl cut. That bowl cut, man. I'm talking about like you know what I'm talking about? Like the wife from Heat has the same
Yeah,
haircut.
yeah. It's a thing. I
There's
think
something about that bowl cut. It's so like
it was the pre Karen cut. It
lame.
was before the Karen haircut. It was the bowl cut.
Yeah, fuck.
Howard the Duck.
That deserves like a something onto itself.
Howard the Duck is definitely a hateable character. He's like a douche. He's not like a
I don't
likable
remember that.
character.
I don't remember that well.
I've seen it. He's just not a likable character. I do understand that. Um,
Napoleon Dynamite? I don't know. I mean, his faults are so weird. It's hard to really hate him as much as you
yeah,
just feel bad for him being almost like a retarded person.
all of Avatar. Yeah. That military guy in Avatar, like the general, is really hateable.
Yeah, but he's a good villain. You know, like he's
Yes.
a villain in that what is that franchise where he's blind and uh
Colonel Courage is his name in the movie.
what's that fucking horror movie where he's blind and he's like ingesting
Oh, that
women?
one's
He felt
good.
held captive with semen.
Yeah, blind horror movie. Horror movie. Let me search this. What is that called? Don't breathe.
Apparently, the first one's really good.
Don't breathe. Yeah, I didn't see the second
Yeah,
one.
don't breathe. Yeah, that guy's a good actor. No, I can't hate him because he's doing what he's supposed to really well.
But we're talking
So
about movie characters. We're talking about movie characters.
no, I know it's just like a lot of this stuff is bleeding into outside of the film role too. I never saw Downsizing. It looked terrible.
Is that the little people one with Matt Damon? The thing?
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
so fucking bad. I never watched that, and
Yeah,
I don't
didn't
know if
see
I
that.
really want to put myself through it to know what you're talking about.
It's one
But
of those movies. That's like I'm surprised it
I'll take your
even
word
came
for it.
out. I'm surprised they even put that movie out.
No, Biffer, I'll take your word for it that she's horrible, but I don't know if I can put myself through it to watch that movie. It looks so fucking bad.
How about the guy? Speaking of Matt Damon, it makes me think of, like the douchey, educated guy in
We built a zoo.
no, 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 the one they won the Oscar for, Good Will Hunting. Like the the guy with the ponytail in Good Will Hunting,
Yeah,
like who's like kind of talking shit to him in the bar. Put him in
that's
there.
no, that's like so
He's an annoying
insignificant.
character.
I know, but he barely has like. We're talking about people who have like roles. That guy's like in the movie for 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. Um, let's try to think more annoying characters.
Well, I think
There's a lot of annoying children. That's You could
I
get
think
into that whole category.
no, I feel like that's a whole different bracket. But
Yeah,
um, I kind of want to spend like a week or so just researching and building a list, and we'll come back with our own.
yeah. I think we should. And I can make a graphic for it. Do just like kind of what they did. We could go through the graphic. Maybe even
Yeah,
nicer graphic. I could do some better shit
but
than that.
we'll definitely like a lot of your suggestions were great in the chat because
Yeah,
some of them I didn't even think about, and they're definitely going to be like if not top 10, top 20.
yeah. No, yeah. 50 is a lot to come up with, but I'm sure once you start sitting down, you're like, okay, there's a lot to fucking add in.
Well, I think a lot of the ones that are on this list we're gonna have to reuse just because they're unavoidable. Like they deserve to be there. A lot of them I sort of agree with, and some of them I don't understand. Like Mrs. Doubtfire, I get
Yeah,
it, but
I get it,
it,
but
I
no.
think the
I like that
positives
character.
of that character outweigh the negatives to
Yeah.
a point where they should not be on here.
Yeah, people in Boston are
Because at the end
annoying
of the
as
day, it's
fuck.
like he just wants his family back together. You know, it's not like he's trying to destroy them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. This is just going through the Star Wars stuff, but Ray Skywalker, annoying, awful character. Big. Oh,
I
you know
don't know.
what?
I feel like you're
Oh
you're
man,
probably gonna have way more like
Jim Carrey in The Mask.
uh
Totally agree. That character is annoying and bad, and like an asshole.
and
Definitely
manipulative.
agree.
He's just trying to fuck Cameron Diaz the whole time. He has no other like plot point
Yeah,
with
that's a
him,
good one. I was that one was before
and
we
he's
started
annoying as fuck.
before we
You know what?
started
That's a really
this.
good one.
He was in my
I
head
feel you.
too. I thought about that one before, and I like
You
didn't
know
bring
what?
it
I
up.
get the Napoleon. I get the Napoleon Dynamite placement because it led to so many assholes and morons who saw the
Yeah.
movie
Yep.
reciting the catchphrases.
Yeah.
Don't you
That's the worst
remember?
part about that movie.
Don't you
Jonah
remember like
Hill.
how common and prominent people saying Napoleon Dynamite shit was, where it's just you wish you never saw the movie or it ever existed.
Oh, that You People movie looks so cringy and terrible. I couldn't even watch that. It's just so race baiting, typical kind of. That's a movie LA wants you to see. They
That's
all think we
the
live in
Joy.
LA. We don't live in LA. We don't want to see bros. You know that kind of thing.
Well, no, it's just like it feels like a Judd Apatow ripoff, but done so much worse. And I hate his shit. So yeah, I'm gonna try and not watch that, but now I kind of want to just because of it's almost like that. It, it feels like the scene from Clockwork Orange where your eyes are fucking split open. Like I almost want to put myself through it just to know what they're talking about.
Oh, how about the mayor in Jaws? He wants to keep the beach open and everything. How about the mayor in
That is
Jaws?
a that's a great fucking pick. And not
Yeah,
only is he like a scumbag, but his character and performance is so obnoxious and annoying.
yeah.
That
See, we got
that's a
some.
great
We
one.
got some going.
That's a great one.
Yeah, Jonah
Damn,
Hill went
that's an
super
underrated
downhill,
one that people probably don't think about. But like
and people know it.
he's more the villain than the shark is, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like who's really putting everybody in harm's way? The shark is just there. This guy's fucking forcing everybody to go and get murdered in
Yep.
a way.
Oh, I do agree with you, Dan, on Jonah Hill. He does seem like a cool guy, and that movie he
No,
produced,
he's a nepotistic
This Place
Jew
Rules,
asshole.
it
Dustin
was a good
Hoffman's fucking
documentary.
family got him involved
This
in the
Place Rules was
industry.
good. I like that documentary, This Place Rules, and he produced it. So I'm sure he
What's
might be
that?
better at it's like that guy from Channel 5. He's this goofy kid with an afro, and he went to all these political rallies and just sort of interviewed these crazy people on both
What's that to do
sides.
with Jonah Hill?
He produced it with Tim and Eric to make that movie. Oh, Melissa
Oh,
McCarthy.
I thought
Oh man. Good.
so. They
Good
turned his
call.
YouTube account into a film.
Yeah, it's yep, exactly. They didn't even release the best stuff on YouTube. They just made the best stuff of that into a movie. It was good. It's really
Oh,
good.
okay, that's pretty.
Andrew
Yeah, that's
Callahan
really
or
good for his
Callaghan.
career.
Melissa McCarthy in Ghostbusters is
I
a
mean,
great pick.
honestly, we could just take that entire movie and put it on the list. We don't even need to pick a person.
Yeah, even like that blonde girl in it is really
I
annoying
know
from
that's like
SNL.
way too much. That movie like
We
goes
got to put that
beyond
on. Yeah,
any individual.
we can give a whole. Like how this had Rose. You could do a whole
Juno
row.
Juno is a very good pick.
Yeah, Ellen
Oh,
Page,
that's
definitely.
that's a great pick.
Yep, Juno's
She's
very
so
hateable.
annoying, condescending.
Realistic
Like,
character though. Realistic
and also
character.
like remember that tier we had of like music snob assholes? She's definitely
Yeah, we
way
were
up
talking.
there.
It came up today. She's a realistic character that
Oh
was
yeah,
around
you told
then.
me to listen to Sonic Youth. It sounds like a bunch of noise. Like
Yeah.
that kind of
Oh,
shit.
dude, Sonic
Yeah,
Youth sucks shit. I don't care
I
what
know,
people
but
say. They suck.
still, like the
People pe-
phrase is so obnoxious and douchey in itself.
people just like the T-shirt. I think that's one of those bands. People like
The
their
one with the
name, the
knitted
T-shirts.
little figurine. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the Sonic Youth.
I mean the whole reason people like them also is just because of Nirvana.
Yeah, I did see Andrew Callahan got canceled for. I think he tried raping some girls or something. No,
Who's
Jonah Hill
Andrew
did
Callahan?
produce that movie. He's even brought up at the end. He produced it with Absolutely,
Who's Andrew Callahan?
the Channel 5 guy.
He got canceled.
Yeah, I mean, I think he got allegations against him like everyone. And he said something like, I got a problem with alcohol." But yeah, who the fuck doesn't?
Yeah, that's John Moran did the whole same song and dance.
Yeah.
All
I'm just
right,
making sure. Yeah,
I
I think
gotta
we
go.
covered it. Yeah, we got to go through our list.
Well, we're
We'll
gonna
make some
do
shit.
our own list. It's just gonna take a little bit.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for coming to the stream. And I don't know. Like that shit or don't or dislike it, whatever you want to do. But I like that name, Biffer. Best Hobbit. Best dwarf in the